Hello, thanks for joining us. Welcome to the Guitaristas. And happy Christmas, everyone. This show goes out on Friday the 26th of December, so we're all in the middle of it at the moment, aren't we? I should probably be eating too much and watching a bit of telly. Whatever it is you're doing, well, I hope you're well and I hope you're enjoying yourselves. This is our last show of 2025, and what we're doing is we're looking back on everything that happened this year. This is part 2. And we're going to join me in July when this happened. I finally got one. Sometimes guitars, they find you. All of a sudden they're there and they go, oh, okay, yeah, that was it. That was the one that was meant for me. Yes, I had been gassing after one of these for a long time. Actually, I mentioned it when I went to Guitar Village earlier in the year. I'm gassing for a Les Paul Deluxe. 7980, like an earlier one, really. Yeah, it found me shortly after I made that film, as it happens. I got it off a mate of mine, and when he was first telling me about it, he said, oh yeah, somebody signed it on the body with a marker pen. Bit faded. Didn't really know much more about it than that. Somebody signed this guitar years ago. It's just there. Oh, I don't think you can see that on the camera. I could see it clear on the green light, blue light, black light. What's wrong with me? There. Let's see if I can show you it. I don't know if you can see it. Very faint. It says to Susie, and somebody signed it. And following that, quite a few people reached out in the comments and said, oh yeah, that's Les Paul's signature. Les Paul? It is, yeah, it turns out it's absolutely true. Les Paul signed this guitar. Apparently he used to gig regularly in New York and he would charge $10 to sign your guitar. So I don't think it adds anything to the value, but it's fucking cool, isn't it? So yeah, I said last week I'm not doing a guitar of the year, but this has got to be my guitar of the year because it's one that I was looking for my collection, you know, my diminishing collection, but this is a keeper. Guitaristas is proudly supported by Gear for Music. Yeah, and thanks to Gear for Music for supporting this channel throughout 2025. Every now and then, of course, I give them a little payback and review one of their guitars. And there was another one of their hartwood range that I'd been after for quite some time, so I bought this. So this week, we're back to cheapies. Cheap, £199. That's cheap, isn't it? Look at it. Look, the thing is about these hartwoods, they're really well made. You know, I'm going to say it's original, isn't it? It's not a rip-off of anything else. Finally, I think people are catching on that it's a brand to be reckoned with. There's loads of brilliant design touches that make it stand out and make me want to keep it. This is my Open G guitar now. I love it. It's true, they are really well made. It was £199. There's an originality about it. It's a single pickup guitar. I love it. What more do you want? Next, we had a couple of really nice jazzmasters. One was the expensive ones, a proper Fender USA Vintage 2 Nitro, glorious guitar. Oh, look at that. And the Squier Classic Vibe, which a fraction of the price, but you know, it can be argued is, well, equally as satisfying. £399. Is it worth paying extra for the American Fender? You'll already have decided, won't you? You know, in your own mind, what you think. I haven't got a bad word to say about either of these. I really don't. Earlier in the year, I finally got around to reviewing a budget heritage guitar. Heritage, of course, are the good old American brand. This is Chinese made. Don't tell anyone. It's almost like it's a secret. I say that because they're not widely publicised, they're not widely available. They're only available from a limited number of retailers, and you know, they don't shout about them. And I just wondered if it was because it was a bit of an experiment. Maybe there was a bit of sensitivity because heritage, of course, you know, they've always proclaimed that they're like more Gibson than Gibson because they're actually made in the original Gibson factory in Kalamazoo, Michigan. But this one was made in China. Was it any good? Just want to point out a couple of little potential issues. Look at that. Yeah, that's not great, is it? That had actually just come loose. It was about to fall off, so. Yeah, there were a few minor issues, but don't let that put you off. It was a great little guitar. It was cheap, and it had heritage on the headstock. And it was cool, at P90s. What's not to love? Next, we got into some Squier classic vibes. It's another Squier classic vibe. I was looking for another guitar that, you know, fired me up a little bit. I thought, oh, humbucker. Oh, yeah. SH, Bigsby, double bound. Yeah, it looks, doesn't it? It does, doesn't it? It does, doesn't it? It's brilliant. It's brilliant. Another guitar you didn't know you needed, perhaps? It's a beauty. A really fabulous little guitar. Custom, not a cheap. I don't know if you'd call this a budget guitar now, would you? I suppose you would. Budget, I don't know, it's under 500 quid, wasn't it? A lot of guitar for the money. And Telecasters, I think it, I do think it shows in my playing that I love Telecasters. And I love them so much. I got another one. I bought another single pickup guitar. Look at that. And it's mocha brown. And I've always wanted a mocha brown guitar for some bizarre reason. Squier really show Epiphone how it should be done, I think. They're just saying, look, here's a great idea we've had. It's the paranormal. We ate some mushrooms at the weekend, came up with this idea. Here it is. And it's still cheap. And I've still got this one too. The Paranormal Esquire Deluxe. Fantastic guitar. Yeah. Oh, nice neck on this. So this is another one that I'm going to hang on to for a bit, I think. It goes really well with my single pickup guitar collection, doesn't it? And it's mocha brown. And, oh, wait for it. So's this. Me. It's a mocha brown stratocaster. Yeah, I can hardly believe it myself. It's a proper poopy brown, isn't it? And yeah, I've still got this one as well. Now, what I forgot to mention in that review was that although this is clearly mocha brown, on the, I think I got this one from Guitar, and on their website, in their description, they described the colour as orange. Now, I can imagine a lot of very unhappy customers when they opened their orange Stratocaster to be greeted with this. I think it's, you know, it's a colour that you either love or you hate. And if you thought it was orange, I think you're going to hate it. I'm just not a fan of certain things about them. I'm sure we're going to be talking about that a little bit more. A loose wire there. A little bit worried. This stuff's all in the way. It's all in the way, the switch as well. I was talking there about all this stuff being in the way because I'm not a Strat fan, as I keep banging on about. But well, it's not actually going to be a problem because there's a plan for the new year. We're gonna mod this heavily. We're gonna do an Esquire job, okay? Same as the Telecaster. We're going to remove all of this gubbins. We're going to get a new scratch plate. We're going to route it if necessary for a wide range humbucker. So we're going to move that. We'll have one volume, one tone, no switch. Single pickup, an Esquire Strat. I'm looking forward to getting into that. What could go wrong? So the ongoing raffles gave me the opportunity to pick up another Gibson Les Paul, and I thought a deluxe, a 70s deluxe reissue. Obviously, I'd already got the real one. So I thought, I'll get the reissue, we can review it, and then we can do a little bit of a comparison. Are vintage guitars better? What's the difference? What we're going to do today is we'll go through, we'll compare what we can compare, and we're going to play them side by side. A 1973-74, a reissue from 2021. I think this is probably my favourite modern Les Paul. Is it as good as this one? That's the question, isn't it? That deluxe reissue was a fabulous guitar, proving again Gibson are making some great guitars these days. I couldn't fault it. I dearly would have loved to have kept it, but that went off to a new home, and I should console myself with the original version. I thought it was about time we had a look at my Gordon Smith. It's one of those brands that if you know, you know. And if you do know, you know that they're good. And you get a sense of the quality, I think, just by looking at it, don't you? This week's been brilliant because I realised what a great guitar it is. Good enough reason to get another one, isn't it? They're a proper British brand. Are they the British Gibson? Let's hope not. I don't think Gordon Smith get enough attention, to be honest with you, and I'm partly part of the problem, really, because I have had this. Yeah, here it is. I've still got it, of course. I've had this since 2016. I've been running the YouTube channel for 5 years, and I've only just reviewed it. Well, there you go. It's a fine guitar. I'm planning to go visit Gordon Smith up in up north, wherever they are in the England in the new year, and yeah, go and see what their factory's like. Do a little bit of a road trip. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Yeah. Come on. And then here I am again, banging on about expensive Epiphone. As predicted, the prices have come down. So we're talking about the ones with the open book headstocks, rosewood or ebony fingerboards, and salty price tags. These high-end Epiphone inspired by Gibson Customs, I do think they're great. I do think they're great guitars. They look great, they sound great. They feel great, but they're too expensive. But again, I got a big discount, which made this, you know, I mean, I can't say affordable. It's not affordable. $1,000's not affordable for a guitar, is it? It's a lot of money, but it made it more of a viable proposition, shall we say. Well, all the more viable because I bought this. I thought, I'll buy it, I'll review it, and then we'll give it away as a raffle prize. As soon as I saw it for what I thought was a reasonable price, that's why I pulled the trigger straight away. So this whole raffle device is great. It's enabling me to buy and review guitars that I otherwise wouldn't be able to. Although, yeah, I'm still not prepared to pay full retail price for some of these Epiphones. They're too expensive still. This next one, second prize, this one, again, big discount. The original price, £1,199. Was it too expensive? Again, great guitar, really great guitar. I almost preferred this to the custom. What do you think? Am I going a bit crazy? And of course, this one gave me the opportunity to try and answer the why would you buy an Epiphone when you can buy a Gibson for not much more question. Or it would have done had I not got the Epiphone so much cheaper than the retail price. So that was kind of a moot point, but I did the comparison all the same. Contradicted quite a lot of things that I've said in the past. Epiphone have absolutely nailed it with this guitar. I nearly said in it's good value. I can't believe I said that. I did find that the Epiphone was remarkably good. I think remarkably good. Yeah, they're beginning to change the way that I think about them. I still think they're too expensive. Originally, the retail prices are too expensive. But if you hang on, you can get them cheaper anyway. And then they're really good value. It's just one of them cheap Gibsons that they used to make. This is what I call one of my trophy guitars. Not because it's of any great value, but I picked it up as a trophy when I was doing some grown-up work some years back. It was like a pawn shop, second-hand shop in Hammersmith in London. I feel sorry for the person that had to let this go. We're going to review it like we do normally. Why not? Let's make a film. It's a coffee stain, isn't it? Look at that. There you go. It's nothing at all to see there, except some more holes. Where'd that one come from? There's a kind of an emotional attachment to these sort of guitars, aren't they? And the story of this, check out the film. I'll put the link to this review in the description box. I found it in what I call a pawn shop, second-hand shop in Hammersmith, London, and I shall remember that little journey. Serendipity. You're wandering around, going, I've got the itch. I've got something. I've got to do something. I've got to spend some money. And this is there, and you go, oh, okay. It was cheap. Cheap guitars, eh? Who'd buy a cheap guitar? Who'd buy a cheap Gibson? Well, I would. Next up, a little bit more love for hartwood. Some proper effort's gone into this. You can be pretty excited if you got that on Christmas Day, wouldn't you? Oh, where's my butter knife? This whole lot is £199. I mean, I'd been well happy if I'd have got this whole lot when I was a youth. It's a little farty amp, isn't it, really? Distortion's rock, isn't it? Rock! So yeah, here it is. I'm donating this one to the Southend YMCA All-In Music charity just after the holidays now. The guys are coming over here in January, and we're going to sort out a bunch of guitars to give to some of their students, so that they can learn and hopefully benefit from them. So this one's going. This one was actually gifted by Gear for Music, so I had to tell you, I had to be up front. I didn't pay for this one. As you see in the review, they offered it and they said, look, we'll send you this, and we'd like you to give it to charity afterwards. So that's what I'm doing, just to be perfectly transparent. But what I will say is that I really dig it. I really dig it. When I did this review, I did it as the box set with the little amp and stuff like that. I should also mention in that review, I criticised. I did criticise it because it didn't have a tuner in it, and I said the lead was a bit shitty as well, which it was. But it didn't have a tuner in there, which I thought was a fundamental oversight. Following that review, they've said, yeah, good point. We kind of missed that, and they're going to include a tuner in, when the range is revised or whatever, or they will be including a tuner in at some point in the future. So, well done for taking my note on that, chaps. But the highlight of that kit was no doubt this guitar. It's cool, isn't it? There's an originality there in a beginner guitar. What's not to love? They're back. They've brought back the Les Paul DC. And I've been after one of these for ages in TV yellow. It's the one to have, I think, isn't it? Our last purchase of the year was this, the newly released Gibson Les Paul Junior double cut. The smell's fading. I shall have to put it in its case to recharge the smell, because this is our Christmas raffle prize. Still time to get a ticket. The draw is Sunday the 28th of December. So if you've seen this in time and you fancy getting a ticket to try and win this and support the channel, the link's in the description box. So I got this for the Christmas raffle to review and to do another comparison. Eastman versus Gibson. What's best? So what we've got here is a couple of P90 Junior double cuts. At last, an opportunity to do another one of those Eastman versus Gibson comparisons. Look, it's a copy, isn't it? I mean, there's no getting around it. It's a blatant copy. Well, a lot of people say they're better, don't they? They do. A lot of people. It's a lot of people, and they say Eastmans are better than Gibsons. That's what they say. So, should we find out if it's true? I was pleasantly surprised that the Gibson, although I didn't give a real strong opinion either way in that film, and I think a lot of people were expecting me to say, "Oh no, the Eastman is a lot better." That's why I said it was a little bit surprising, because look, on paper the Eastman shines. The craftsmanship in the Eastman's better. The parts they use in the Eastman are better. Okay, it's broadly the same price, so you would say that the Eastman is better on paper, but it's not all about that, is it? It's about the sound, and a lot of people went with the Gibson, and a lot of people went with the Eastman. It's purely subjective. I was delighted that the Gibson kind of held its own, really. I'm a massive fan of Eastmans, as you might know. I'm a massive fan of Gibsons, as you know. I don't know, I couldn't say, I don't know where this is going. I think we'll have to do some more comparisons next year. And is there an answer? I don't know. Buy more guitars, make more films, and maybe we will find the answer. And that was that year, 2025. That's what happened. Interesting for me to look back at it like that. Helps me to plan ahead. My takeaway is maybe a little bit more diversity next year. In guitars, I mean, you know, you've got to be careful with that word, haven't you? More diversity in the brands, maybe, that I'm reviewing next year. More road trips, definitely more road trips next year. There's a few things that I've got lined up that I'm going to get into. More fun. Yeah, we're going to just try and enjoy ourselves and, you know, muck around with guitars. That's what we're here for, isn't it, really? So thanks for watching. Yeah, that's it, really. I'm just going to wrap up now. I'm going to say thanks to all of you for supporting the channel throughout 2025. We're going to have a few weeks off now, so I'm going to wish you a Happy New Year. We'll be back on Friday, the 23rd of January, okay, with more nonsense, really. So stick that in your diary, come back, and I'll look forward to seeing you then. All right, cheers for now. Ta-da.